When most people take a 2-hour flight from Johannesburg, they end up in Cape Town. But we've headed north and we've ended up with the Vic Falls, and for the next 48 hours we're going to find out what makes this place the most incredible adventure destination.
The flight from Johannesburg to Victoria Falls is roughly an hour and 40-ish, and the airport you arrive in puts you in that out there adventure mood straight away. The Wallow Lodge was our home for this trip, and with that came our main man Wanda on the transfer, who was also to be our guide. 15 minutes later, we were at the Wild Horizons Wildlife Sanctuary and got to see Wallow Lodge for the first time. Pictures on the website really don't do this place justice. With the sprawling reception area, it makes the most incredible first impression. Our host Tubbs then welcomed us with visuals of what we can enjoy on our trip. Then it was swiftly into dropping off our bags in our suite, fitting in a quick lunch, and then back into the van with Wanda for our sunset cruise on the Zambezi. Africa's 4th largest river, and perhaps the best way to begin a trip like this. With a few drinks, you get to spot the local wildlife, the local boat life, and of course experience one of the most majestic sunsets you'll ever see. Then it was back to Wallow for a superb dinner under the stars with an elaborate dessert and story time with Anderson. It's not often you feel a connection with a place as quickly as this, but that was exactly the case in our first few hours here.
First 8 hours has eased into the trip so nicely, but tomorrow is the big day. So many activities out and about at the falls, so we're going to try to get early night tonight and then ease into that one at sunrise tomorrow. Morning. Could definitely have slept a lot longer, but first light is the best light. The sun's kind of rising on my left over there. You normally have an escort from your room to the reception here because there are wild animals. There are buffaloes, there are elephants. There might be a cheeky little leopard. But I have a little morning stroll by myself here. Into breakfast and then the full day ahead, which I'm so damn excited about. Just the most perfect day for this. Light breeze, not a cloud in the sky. Falls itself are about 1,700 meters across in the whole length, and your average drop is about 90 to 100 meters. So when you see all that spray, it's because that much volume of water is going into one place, which we're now going to see from the best possible way.
The helicopter trip is impressive, but nothing compares to experiencing the falls through the amazing natural rainforest.
So I tried to do the walk and talk back there, but it was just too loud. The sheer scale of these falls are ridiculous. Walking along this route here, there are 15 viewpoints, 16 if you include the bridge, and just to kind of see what all this water does when you're close to it. It's a huge rainforest, obviously with all the spray. Basically it creates a 365 days a year rainforest with rainfall, and you will get absolutely soaking wet, but it's really great on a hot day like this because it's so cooling, and every little lookout point has something else to see. And the size and the sound, this might just be the most incredible natural thing I've ever seen. Like, it's just, you can't stop looking at all these different places. And it's really great having a guide like Wanda from Wild Horizons because he's done this all, but he's still just as excited as you are. And his like knowledge for history and everything about every single pool, how through different times of year you get different sort of things to look for. This is just so incredibly special. So amazing.
I could have done that walk about another 5 times easily, but it was now into something a little more daring.
Alright, so what's the best one here?
Gorge Swing,
Why is the Gorge Swing the best?
because you see the beautiful Pachanga Gorge.
Okay. And it's the scariest, right?
Nah, it's not scary.
The Gorge Swing is the most daredevil of Wild Horizons high wire attractions at the Vic Falls. But we first wanted to see a bit more of this unique attraction, so we saddled up with Michael and headed to the Canopy Zipline Tour. We had a quick safety check to literally learn the ropes, then we met Bright, our leader, and then we were off. This tour takes about an easy hour if you are a small group across the 8 lines, with Michael and Bright being terrific and helpful hosts throughout.
Alright, so the Canopy Tour was good fun. Now, a bit more exciting, we're going to go for the Gorge Swing. Very double harnessed up here.
Scale of 1 to 10, how are the nerves?
Actually pretty good. Such a nice place. They make you feel so welcome, so I guess that's why I feel so good. But once I get onto that ramp over there, pushing 7 or 8 maybe.
Jumping into a river gorge is never a natural thing to do, but unless you have a crippling fear of heights, you really do need to take the plunge here. Followed by lunch at the suitably named Lookout Cafe.
Thank you so much. You're 27 hours in. Today has been the most incredible of days, just so epic out there by the falls. And we did probably like a 10th of what you really can do out here. Right now we're gonna go for a game drive and find out what else is out there in this nature reserve.
The wildlife sanctuary isn't known for its predators, so the game drive is more about the local scenery and getting another spectacular view of the Zambezi River, with a sundowner or two. It was also a chance to hang out with Land, who, like all the staff seemingly at Wallow Lodge, have a great ability to tell stories. With the sun setting, it was then back for another special meal. I mean, the food here is good. It's really, really good, especially the desserts.
Waking up at Wallow is amazing. It really is just so special. We are now 42 hours into the weekend and this is the only place I want to be right now. On a little deck area, nice cushy robes. The bird life's amazing out here. We've got fish eagles making calls and then there's some pretty angry baboons scattered amongst the forest here. It's just so incredibly peaceful.
Breakfast done, it was time to head to the pool and enjoy our last couple of hours. And then on Tubbs' recommendation, one last great meal before Wanda drove us back to the airport. 48 hours might not be enough for such a trip, but it certainly was enough to make a seriously lasting impression.